welcome back to the channel. This is Jad speaking and you are watching Manufacturers Race Round 4. This is race 1 of round 4. Race 1 of 3, of which I did all 3. Why? Well, I did okay in this one, but as you'll see, but I thought I could do better, so I thought I would race again, and in doing so, as I'm sure you've all done yourselves, failed dismally, so had to go for a third time. Now, as we come into the first corner, this great corner, got to be very careful you don't get rammed up the behind on this corner. And we have our first victim, cold tyres, coming out of that corner, probably a little too strong and spinning out all on his own. We've all been there too. Coming through this awesomely fast chicane, I backed off a little bit, being it's the first lap. I don't want to push it too hard, I want to relax. Gain a position as the guy in front came in a little bit too hot. And coming up to lap number 1, done. 2 positions gained, going well. So far, so good. Now, this week was the week that my driver rating went from A to B, and slowly it went down. Well, it quickly went down after I got up to 43,000 points in A. From there, it plummeted in about 2 weeks. It dropped from 43 down to 32,000, and from there, I slowly went down to eventually this week hitting B. So these races now, I'm in the B class, and it's interesting because it is a different kind of race when you are racing with the other B grade drivers. In general, they tend to be more aggressive, take bigger risks and lunging, ramming, a lot more ramming, dive bombing, lots of dive bombing from way too far back, and general inconsistency in their driving. So all those things you kind of have to look out for in this kind of class. So as we come through this chicane yet again, Clem in front gets a little bit sideways, and we gain yet another position, and we're in second now in only the 3rd lap, so doing really well so far. So we'll skip forward here a few laps to lap 5 as we come through the chicane here on some fairly warm tyres. We come around the corner here and we also hit some grass. Very unfortunate as I drop down to now 7th. And it's now my glorious job of fighting my way back through the crowd again. So my intention for this race, strategy-wise, was to start on hard, but for some reason I started on soft. In doing so, the first few laps here that were quite adventurous wore the softs down a lot more than the last 18 laps. So the intention was to start with the hard because I knew that it would be quite busy at the first stint, and the hards would have made things a little bit easier. I wouldn't be pushing too hard, and I wasn't, but it would still wore down those soft tyres quicker than I wanted to. So my plan was to go back into the pits at 9 still, and then change to hard for another 9 laps at least, and then go back to softs for the finish. The strategy behind finishing on softs is the idea that the tank has less fuel in it, so you will get faster lap times, and having the softer tyres, you'll get less tyre wear, or the tyre wear will wear out not as quickly as with a heavier car. And also it's good for if there needs to be some catching up to do or some passing around tough corners on the outside, and on the inside, that I can do that with the car weighing less and the tyres being a bit more grippy. I can get a full 9 laps out of the softs and do pretty well. The feeling doesn't change too much and it's totally drivable, so that was the plan. So we'll skip ahead here to the end of lap 9 where I pit. Plan going as scheduled, but we'll jump on the hards and also say good day to the boys. Fellas, how you doing? Love your work, doing a great job. Well played. So as we come out of the pits, we drop down a couple of positions that we gained after the little incident on lap 3. What was it? Lap 5? We quickly gain another position due to somebody else having their own little incident. Looks like it was nobody else's fault but their own. Same as mine. Gotta love those. But we press on. Now, adjusting the driving style a little bit here as we've moved from the soft to the hard. It is a little bit slippery and it takes a little bit of getting used to, but we manage okay. So as we come into the end of lap 10 into 11, I take the first corner as wide as possible as there is no one behind me, in order to come out of the corner as quickly as possible, and in doing so get right up behind the Porsche. Now this gives me the opportunity to take a pass, and the point at which I take this pass is probably not the best, as you will see. I see that I'm about to hit the wall, so I move in a little bit, knock him right out, and then align him back on track with a bit of a bump up the bump. So I feel like I did the wrong thing there, but I righted that wrong by shunting him back onto a straight line. So I feel we're fair now? Maybe? Yeah, sure, why not? This is B grade. We're okay. We're all okay. So as we come up to the first corner again, I outbrake the Porsche, sneak in the corner there and get out quicker. Much better than the way I did that the last lap, so all good. Coming through the death chicane for Sedina. As we look ahead, a guy has stacked, so I slow down, nearly get rammed by the car behind me, but we're okay. So behind me is Clemmy Clem, and he's caught up. I have a sneaking suspicion he's recently pitted and he's on soft, fresh tyres, as he's gaining on me quite well. Now, as we come up to the first corner, there are two ways I take this corner. If there is someone behind me, I will cut into the corner a little quicker in order that I don't get lunging from behind or dive bombers coming in way too hot. So it's not necessarily about defending my position, it's more about not getting totally rammed out of the race due to somebody else's bad driving. So we skip forward to said corner, and if you look behind, you see Clemmy Clem looking to come up on the inside. I outbrake him, but he's still looking to come in and decides probably should not. Wise move, Clemmy Clem, wise move. So we'll skip ahead to the same corner, and again Clemmy Clem's behind, looking to come up on the inside. He's gained some speed on me. Will he go for it? And no, he backs off, or I outbrake him, one or the other. He still goes for it, but I seem to hold on to that corner. Yes, I do, and he backs out. Oh, this is fun. So we'll skip ahead again to the same corner. Clemmy's still behind us. What's he going to do this time? At this point, I feel pretty safe that he's not going to ram me, so I do take it wider than I normally do when someone's behind me, because I know he's good. Come out of that corner just a little bit quicker in the mighty Corvette, and he's back behind me again. on to the next lap. And as you can see, he is behind me yet again. What's he going to do this time? We've caught up to some people ahead, which is great. He goes on the inside again. I go wide. I drop down those gears too fast, cut in too early and hit him. My bad, but he's okay. He stays wide and he is just in front and he has got it. Well played, Clemmy Clem. That's great driving. That is good fun. Now, I'm not too worried about him getting in front of me here because I know he's on pretty fresh tyres, but they're not going to last or another 10 laps. So I figure he's got to pit again. I'm about to pit in the next few laps, so I should get in front of him the next time he pits. So we'll skip ahead to the end of lap 18 where I pit, change back to soft for the last stint. Say good day to the boys. Gus, how you feeling, buddy? Got nothing. Not talking today, Gus. Okay, fair enough. So as we exited the pit, we remained in 6th position, which is great. We have a fresh set of soft tyres, which is also great, and we only have half a tank. So we have got some catching up to do. Clemmy Clem is still in 5th. We are hoping that he pits soon and that I can gain a position there. We'll see what happens. Although I did like the tussle we had, and I wouldn't mind having some fun with Clemmy Clem again. With drivers like that, it makes the game so much more playable and so much more enjoyable. Oh, and as I yap on, Clemmy Clem has gone into the pits and he is just in front. Oh, look at that. Hello, good sir. So I have a fresh set of tyres on, worn in, ready to race. He has a fresh cut of softs on and we are racing again. Through the chicane, Clemmy Clem struggles and we are right behind. So how are we going to pass him now? Will we pass down the hill here or will we meet again at the first corner? As we both come in pretty hard, dropping down to 2nd, pulling out just a little bit quicker, and we are gaining. Getting his slipstream, coming up to the first corner where we both love driving together. I decide I'm going to go on the inside this time while he's on the outside because I think I can outbrake him. And yes, I can. As we pull out and we are in 4th position. And Clemmy Clem is in my dust. So as we move forward to the end of the lap, we have Shogun P3 has pitted. Can we get in front? He's going for soft, I assume, or he's staying on them. He's going hards, and we are in 3rd. Clemmy Clem still behind us, looking to pass yet again. Will he do it? Who knows? Well, let's find out. Let's skip forward to the end of lap 23. And guess who is right behind us coming down to the first corner? Yes, it's Clemmy Clem. He's coming on the inside. Will he do it? No. The Corvette can outbrake him, but coming a little hot there. And we are side by side, but he backs out again. He knows not to go around this corner side by side and gives it to me. So thank you, Clemmy Clem, for your good sportsmanship and your racing etiquette. It's drivers like you that make this game more playable. So as we make our way down to the last corner of the track, we are now in 3rd place and looking to get 2nd. Can we pull out of this corner faster than the Mercedes in front? Yes. Yes, we can. We are catching. And the slipstream is helping us too. Oh, we're coming up alongside. Can we go up on the inside and outbrake the Mercedes? Yes, we can. And we are now in 2nd place. Looking at the leaderboard, it looks like P1 is a good 17 seconds in front, so I don't see us coming first, but 2nd we will take. But he is still right behind us and he's not letting go. So this could be an interesting last 2 laps. Number 17 having a terrible day today. I must admit, seeing that yellow flag pop up, I was hoping it was player number 1, but oh well, you can't have them all. Can we take this corner quicker than the guys behind us and pull away? That's the hope, and it looks like we have, yes, pulled away a little bit, but the slipstream is not helping in this case. So as we come into lap 26, taking this awesome corner as best we can. Probably a little wide and a little slow, but we do get through. Looking good so far. And we are actually pulling away a little bit more, which is even better. It looks like from the rear vision mirror that they're actually fighting one another, which is good for us because that means they are slower. And it looks like the Mercedes has now dropped back another place as the Nissan Clem has taken 3rd, and he's coming for me. This is going to be an interesting last lap. Can we take this corner? Not so good, but we're doing okay. Okay, down the straight for the second last time. Oh, he's coming on the outside. I'm taking this on the inside then. Can I take this better than the Nissan? Oh, he's got in front. He's got in front. Oh no, can we keep up? Let's get on the... Oh! No. Oh no. What have I done? On the last lap. Binned it on the last lap. Oh, I'm going to get overtaken now. Yep. This is great. 5th. Brilliant. Moving on. Oh, he's made a mistake. We'll get 4th back at least. That's some kind of improvement. Looks like 4th is going to be it. P3 is over 7 seconds away, so we're going to settle for 4th here. Now, what to decide? Should I race again? This is race 1 of 3. I have the opportunity. I was in 2nd, and I'm down to 4th. So in my mind, I feel I could improve on this. So I decide to go again. Let's take a look at that. So, take 2. Can we do better than the first round? Let's find out. So, we qualify in this race 6th. Even though, as you will see, my door number is a number 2. Polyphony seems to think I am faster than I think I am. And that's both a blessing and a curse. Nice to be acknowledged for good driving, but also puts me in some races a little higher in my ranking than I think I am. As Exhibit A, I come around up to that uphill chicane and bin it on my own. And then skipping ahead here, I ram into the back of a slower driver who for some reason wanted to brake there. Not sure why, but moving on. Then there's the penalty slowdown point on the top of that hill there. Kind of throws you off when you've got a ghost car right in front of you all of a sudden with a big red banner and a big yellow banner. Kind of throws you off. But anyway, moving on. Skip into lap 15 here, showing my fastest lap of this race. Keeping up with the current top driver. Then binning it at lap 18, as you do. Skipping ahead to lap 24, we take this corner a little bit too wide and get ourselves a penalty. Yay! So we serve that and fall back a little bit further, but we do catch up. As you'll see, we'll skip to the very last lap as we cross that finish line for the last time, or the second last time. Coming up behind 6 Red here, and I totally knock him off the track. So I slow down to let him pass, but he seems to be stuck in the grass or the sand there, so I go ahead but then think I'll just veer to the left, pull aside to the left here and let him pass through, but he hits me and we've both just screwed each other up here. My intentions were good, buddy, I apologise. I meant well by trying to let you pass there. Not to worry, the next person behind us was over 6 seconds away from us, so there was no fear in us losing another position. So with this race being worse than the last race, it was inevitable that we race again. So we stay up till 12:40 AM, eyes hanging out of my head, expecting a similar driver grade to the previous two. I was dead wrong. So I get into the lobby here in the qualify, and I am the only B driver on the list, coming in dead last with a door number of 17, the lowest ranking driver, racing against some really good drivers and some really nice guys. I've since met most of these guys, and they're really cool. So challenge accepted. Let's see what we can do in race 3. After doing the qualify, I came in at a respectable 9, considering my door number and the rank of drivers. I was pretty happy with that. There's iRacer GT there. And we are off for race 3. Can we better ourselves from the last 2 races? Coming up to the first corner here, I come in on the inside as per usual, not wanting to get rammed by someone behind, which I would have, as you would see. I cut in short and managed to just keep the car on the road. Jev here, as you'll see, is a little bit eager on corner 1 and, well, basically lap 1. Barney comes in on the inside and decides to knock me into the sand, scoring himself a penalty and putting me back to P16. Thank you very much for that. Appreciate the bump. So we'll skip ahead here to lap 2. Here we are met at the top of this hill with another ghost car that is heading right for us. Even though it's a ghost, it does throw you off your game. But luckily with this one we managed to pull through, and up ahead we have another driver who's made a mistake or been knocked around, bringing us to P14. So here we are behind Marshmallow team. Since this race I have met this guy, really nice guy, really good driver. We come up on the inside again, see if we can outbrake him, and not quite. So skipping ahead to lap 4, we show a mistake here of being too close to the car in front around this corner. It's hard to see the apex, so I learnt from that after dropping quite a few positions there to perhaps back off when approaching that hill. Skipping ahead to lap 5, we come around the corner to find Marshmallow's been knocked into the corner, giving us another position, and something else has happened ahead, gaining another position and another position after that. So now sitting in 14th, we can see quite the action-packed race as we are going up and down the list of drivers. But with eyes popping out of my head, I press on. So coming up lap 7 this time, I have someone else come on the inside of me. It's Marshmallow, and he knocks me around a bit. He later apologised for that, sent me a private message, and we are now friends on the PlayStation Network. I looked at the replay, and there was no ill intent there. He just came in, thought he had it, and I cut in earlier than he expected, and we collided. But all is well. Sitting back in 15th now as the action continues. So we'll skip ahead here to lap 12, where I have just come out of the pits and I've caught up with Marshmallow team again. With a fresh set of tyres, I am ready to pass, as I am on the pace at this point. So coming around this corner, if I take this well enough, I can get some good acceleration out and overtake him on the straight, which it looks like I do. So coming up to this corner again, this time I'm on the inside. I will late brake as per usual. I have the fresh tyres to do it, and I am going for it. Managed to get around there and get some good acceleration out, as I assume Marshmallow's tyres aren't as fresh as mine, and getting around me on the outside would be quite difficult. So we skip ahead to lap 14 and we catch up to a few guys here. Something seems to happen down front here and I gain 2 more positions. Thanks for that. So sitting in P11 with just shy of half a race to go, Mike Sierra Fox goes into the pits, putting me in P10. My strategy is the same as the first 2 races, to pit at lap 10 or 9, around there, and around lap 18 for another second pit, and then carry out on soft tyres to the end. At this point in the race, I would be happy to finish somewhere in the top 10. Being this calibre of drivers, I was not expecting to get anywhere like a podium finish, although there's always hope. I don't close that door, but trying to be as realistic as I can, I figure if I can stay in the top 10 here with some good driving, then I would be happy with that. And I believe, given the ranking of drivers that I'm with, the higher lobby, that I would get more points than the P4 that I got in the first race. So that's the plan from here on in. So we'll skip ahead here to the next lap, lap 17, where I catch up to iRacer. Something's happened up front and he's ended up in the grass. Let me know what happened there, buddy. And we are now in P8. We are due for some tyres at this point. Usually lap 18 is when I pit, and that is still the goal, at least. If I can carry them any further than that, I will, so that I have more fresh tyres for the last stint. Coming in a little hot there, or those tyres are showing their wear. So it's looking like I should probably pit soon. So we'll skip ahead to that pit. We managed to stretch those tyres out to lap 20. And as we come out of those pits, behind us is iRacer GT coming in hot. So I stay to the far left as I can to let him have that corner. And we managed to get through unscathed, but sorry buddy if I got in your way there. Did not want to mess around with your racing line there, as we are both on the same team. So here we are, the last stretch. Fresh tyres, I've got another 7 laps to get through. Still in the top 10, happy with that. So we'll skip ahead here to lap 25 as we catch up to the guys in front of us, looking at gaining to P8. And here we are as we come into our favourite corner. Take it really well. We've got iRacer GT up in front there in P7. We've managed to pull in a few good hot laps there, as our fastest lap is just only a few hundred clicks off the fastest lap pace. So we're very happy to catch up with some of the front runners here. Can we get any higher? That is the hope. But we're still happy to be in the top 10. So content as I am, I'm still open to gaining some more positions. And as we head up to the beginning of lap 25 and the sharp corner, I'm looking to come up on the inside as per usual. As I've gained enough pace on this guy, I figure why not go for the inside and manage to pull that off. So now in P8, doing really well so far. Still content with being in the top 10, but we'll take 8th, or can we get 7th? Well, let's have a look. Ahead to the very last lap, still in P8. We've got Barney behind us, who's probably not happy with that last pass, so he's looking to gain that position back. I'm looking to gain another position and get in front of P7 into 6th if I can, but still content with this top 10 position. Hopefully that will give us more points as we go around that corner for the last time. As difficult as this race has been, it has been much more easy than the B grade races with more professional drivers, more drivers with a sportsmanship that is honourable. And that's, I would rather difficult driving with honourable drivers than less difficult driving with complete rambots. So position 7 we end up in due to a rather large mistake from Banana Josh failing to meet the tyre requirements and scoring himself a 20-second penalty. So there you have it, 149 points as opposed to 106 points we would have scored had we have stuck with race 1. A long day, but it was all worth it. Thanks again for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. If you want to keep watching some content and you haven't subscribed yet, please do. And tell your friends about it. As always, see you next time.